access hatch is already sealed for the night. A single ladder light rests on wet concrete. Water pressure holds steady beyond the wall. Nothing is about to open. You don't need to focus. The words can stay in the background, like slow currents pressing on steel. A narrow catwalk runs along the inner chamber. Handrails feel cold and slightly damp. No step crosses the grating. Along the wall, riveted panels hold their straight seams. Old inspection stamps remain readable. No plate shifts. At the far end, a round vault door sits flush in its ring. The wheel handle stays centered. A seal line remains clean around the rim. A small gauge above the door holds one steady number. It does not climb. It does not drop. Behind a mesh screen, pumps keep a low, even hum. Their tone does not rise. It does not fade. A relay clicks once inside the control box. One click. Then baseline hum again. In a side niche, a metal cabinet remains shut. A tag reads, "Access logs." The latch stays flat. A clipboard rests under a clear cover. The top page is blank. No entry is needed tonight. A thin strip light traces the catwalk edge. It does not flicker. It guides no one. Below the grating, dark water sits still. No ripple reaches the wall. The surface holds its weight. A ventilation pipe runs along the ceiling. Air moves through it evenly. It never feels cold. Condensation beads stay small at the joints. They do not fall. They remain in place. At the ladder landing, a second hatch remains closed. A red seal tag hangs flat. No corner lifts. A warning plate reads, "Restricted chamber." Letters remain sharp. No latch moves. Nothing begins. Nothing ends. The submerged vault holds its sealed state beneath the reservoir, quiet and unchanged through the long hours before morning. Far above, the shoreline remains distant. No engine sound reaches down. No voice carries through water. Inside the chamber, lights remain low. Steel remains dry where it meets air. The pump hum stays even. On the wall, a depth display holds its number. No digit steps. No banner appears. A temperature readout remains steady. The sensor light stays green. No alarm color shows. Near the vault ring, a row of bolts remains painted with marks. Each mark stays aligned. No wrench turns. A thin mineral line rests along the lower seam. It does not spread. It does not fade. At the control box, 3 lamps remain in their positions. Power stays green. Pressure stays green. Door stays dark. No test is running. No reset is required. A small camera dome watches the catwalk from the corner. Its indicator stays faint. It does not rotate. A speaker cone points toward the vault door. No announcement plays. No test tone sounds. The catwalk grating stays dry under the ladder light. No drip reaches it. No echo returns. Below, the water remains heavy and still. It does not push louder. It does not pull away. A soft settling sound travels once through the paneling. Not a warning, just structure and temperature. Then stillness returns. The gauges remain steady. The door remains shut. The chamber remains sealed. The quiet holds beneath the reservoir. At the far wall, a maintenance panel sits under a clear shield. Screws remain seated. The shield stays latched. A label reads, "Pressure Relief." The handle remains centered. No valve turns. Along the catwalk, a safety chain hangs between two posts. Links remain still. No clip is opened. A yellow edge line stays bright on the grating. No step crosses it. No shadow changes it. Behind the mesh screen, a filter housing holds its steady draw. No vibration increases. No new tone appears. A small meter shows flow in a narrow range. The needle stays fixed. The glass remains clear. In the side niche, a rack holds spare seals in plastic sleeves. Corners stay flat. No sleeve is opened. A torchlight rests in its cradle. The switch stays off. No beam appears. Above the ladder, the ceiling seam remains dry. No drip forms. No moisture tracks down the concrete. A thin cable run follows the seam to a junction box. Clips keep even spacing. No connector loosens. Far beyond the wall, water continues to press and settle. It does not surge. It does not pull away. Inside, steel holds its shape. Light holds its level. The chamber keeps listening to nothing. On the console shelf, a laminated diagram shows the door ring. Lines remain sharp. No finger traces them. A small wrench set rests in a foam cutout. Clasps remain shut. Nothing rattles. At the second hatch, the red tag remains intact. No tear appears. No latch shifts. The pump hum stays even. The strip light stays steady. Nothing begins. Nothing ends. The submerged vault remains sealed beneath the reservoir, quiet and unchanged as night continues. A faint click comes from the depth sensor. One click, then stillness. No number moves. No warning appears. The water stays heavy. All calm. The ladder light keeps its steady pool on the concrete. No hatch wheel turns. No latch shifts. The red seal tag hangs flat. Along the catwalk, the strip light remains steady. No flicker, no brightness change. The yellow edge line stays clear. No step crosses it. At the wall panels, rivets remain fixed. Inspection stamps remain readable. No seam opens. A mineral line along the lower edge stays thin. It does not spread. Above the vault ring, the gauge holds its number. No climb, no drop. The wheel handle stays centered. The seal line remains clean. Behind the mesh screen, pumps keep their low hum. The tone stays even. It does not rise. A flow meter needle stays fixed. The glass remains clear. On the control box, lamps remain in place. Power stays green. Pressure stays green. Door stays dark. No test begins. No reset is required. Air moves through the sealing pipe at the same rate. Condensation beads stay small at the joints. They do not fall. The chamber remains evenly cool. A camera dome keeps its faint indicator. It does not rotate. Nothing triggers it. A speaker cone remains silent. No announcement plays. In the side niche, the access logs cabinet stays shut. The latch remains flat. The clipboard page remains blank. A rack of spare seals remains in plastic sleeves. Corners stay flat. No sleeve is opened. A torchlight rests in its cradle. The switch stays off. The safety chain between posts remains still. Links do not sway. No clip is opened. Shadows remain shallow on the grating. They do not move. A soft settling sound travels once through the paneling, not repeated. Then stillness returns. Gauges remain steady. Pumps remain even. Nothing begins. Nothing ends. The submerged chamber holds its quiet state beneath the reservoir, sealed and unchanged, through the next slow stretch of night. Near the pressure relief panel, the shield stays latched. Screws remain seated. The handle remains centered. No valve turns. No hiss forms. Along the ceiling seam, the concrete remains dry. No drip line forms. No moisture tracks downward. A cable run follows the seam. Clips keep even spacing. No connector loosens. On the console shelf, the laminated door diagram remains flat. Lines stay sharp. No finger traces them. A wrench set remains in its foam cutout. Clasps stay shut. No metal clinks. At the second hatch, the red seal remains intact. No tear appears. The seam stays dark and dry. The ladder rungs remain dry beneath the light. No boot touches them. Below the catwalk, the water stays heavy and still. No ripple reaches the wall. No sound rises from it. Pressure holds beyond the steel. It stays constant and quiet. A depth display holds its digits. No step forward. No banner appears. A temperature readout stays steady. The sensor light remains green. From the pump bay, a relay clicks once. One click. Then baseline hum. No other sound follows. No change arrives. The strip light continues to trace the edge. The gauge continues to hold. The door continues to remain shut. The chamber remains sealed in low light, quiet and steady as night continues beneath the reservoir. A minute passes without notice. Steel holds, air holds, water holds. Everything remains in place. No movement begins. No system shifts. The quiet stays complete.